Yes, sir. What's going on, YouTube? Hey, just want to give a shout out to everybody who subscribed. Last time I checked, I was at 46. So, man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. If you stayed this long, hey, you're my original 46. Let's go. Comment below if you're the original 46. Sure, we'll be at 50 soon, man. I'm just going to keep posting this positive messages, getting it out there as quickly as possible so that way, man, it can help change the world, That's the goal, but, if I could change one person, into, not really change, I should just say, help motivate, inspire, and help people to live a better life, if I could put positivity in their mind for this short time, this short video, and, it sticks with them maybe. I got a buddy that always tells me, when you tell people stuff, you can only tell them. You can't force them. You can't make them. You can't do anything. You can only guide them and show them the way that give them your opinion on things and your way of thinking. And, everybody has their own thought and mind, and that's what makes us all unique in our own way. The only thing I'm just trying to do is telling you what works for me. And hopefully, man, somebody can, grasp that and hang on to it, because like I was saying, my buddy, he always tells me whenever, you're giving a message, it's not meant for everybody. Sometimes, I could give a message to a person and I really, in my heart, want them to take that message and try to like apply it to their life because I know I can see it from the outside looking in. I'm sure you guys have seen that with plenty of people in your life where they're going through something and you want to give them advice because you've either been through it or you can see what they're going through. But when they're in a storm, they can't see. So, and you're on the outside of the storm, you're looking at them. It's like, hey, bro, like, don't do that, or you should do this, or hey, I would do this. I've done this before, so maybe you shouldn't do this. And, sometimes people will take you. You'd be surprised. Some people that I thought that if I gave them a message, they would just tell me to F off or they wouldn't, listen. And they actually took my advice and they, bettered their life and they thanked me for it. So, and then other people that I thought would take my advice that are close to me that just tell me to, look the other way and they don't care, they didn't care at the time or whatever. And then they regret it. And it was almost one of those, I told you so moments, but, I humbled myself and I didn't rub it in their face, but I could have, and there's been times where I always go back to when I tell something to somebody, I just want you guys to know that most of the things that I speak on is because it's happened to me or I've done it or I've done the wrong thing, so like I've had plenty of people give me positive, encouraging, uplifting advice. And because I was in the storm and couldn't see what their motive was or their intentions were, even if they were like so good for me, I would just be like, oh, I'm grown. I can do what I want, blah, blah, blah. I'm this, I'm that, I'm all that in a bag of chips. My mom would say, you always think you're all that in a bag of chips. And, I used to for the last 20 years, I just thought that, oh, I got this because, once you guys get to know me a little bit more, you'll know that, my father left me at a young age. And then I had a stepfather that really, did what he could, but, he really wasn't, So we'll talk about that a different day. But long story short, it just left me with this, like, chest out. Like, man, I've been on my own, basically. I've had my mom help me. I've had this person, like be there for me, I should say. And, but, so I wasn't totally on my own. And, but, in my eyes at a point, I'm like, man, I got this on my own, man. I got this. I don't need nobody's advice. I ain't listening to that. I ain't like, hey, bro, you should quit drinking. You should quit drinking. You know how many times I've been told that? Oh, bro, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. I'll be all right. Or, I'm good, mom. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Man, my mom's so annoying. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. Like, made me want to go drink more. So I get it. I get exactly where somebody would come from and be like, man, I ain't listening to this dude. Who is he? He's just some random dude on Facebook. And I understand that, but the thing, all I'm asking is for y'all to give me a chance, just listen to me for a little bit. And maybe like I said, one thing that I say might spark something in you to do, because all I do is try to help people out, man, with, when I promote a positive message, and that's it. I try to get people to, take self-accountability for their actions. I try to get people to have more discipline in their life. I can try to have people, motivate people to get their health in order, because all these things are things, like I said again, the only reason why I'm not preaching, I'm not saying none, I'm telling y'all, give y'all my testimony, and I can give you plenty of examples and stories about the things that I, went through in my life, where I look back and I'm like, if only I would have listened to my mom 10 years ago, how much healthier I would be, how much money I would save, how much this, that, and the other, or a buddy like that was giving me good advice. Like, if only I would have listened to him, like, and so hopefully I can reach out to somebody who's like a younger kid out there that may not have a dad, or may not have older siblings, or, or have the right family to guide them in their loss. Because I know there's plenty of single mothers out here that, and the fathers just up and leave the kid, go find some other chick to go be with, and then with them, get them pregnant, don't be with them. And, those are people I can't rock with. I mean, I understand certain circumstances, you can't, but I don't rock with anybody who don't take care of their kids. That's a no-go for me. You might as well be up there with a chomo or a fucking, excuse my language, somebody who's a rapist or murderer, because, I mean, that's how I feel about it, because that's like the lowest scum of the earth. Like, you have a kid. Now, if there's certain circumstances, again, that where you can't see your kid, or you had, things going on that prevented you from, but you tried your hardest, your absolute hardest, and then that's, I mean, there's a little leeway in there, I guess, for that. But other than that, these guys that just have kids with women, and then just like, I don't care about that kid. So what? I was like, that's so crazy to me, because, having children is the best thing that happened to me. They changed my life, and then they're the reason why I am the way I am today. And so I just want to, help somebody else to not have to go through the hard times that I've went through in life, and, pave an easier path for them. That's it. That's all. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less, nothing more. And, yeah, so again, I've reached my goal already. I had somebody reach out to me that said, I helped them with them hearing my positive message in one of my videos, like help uplift them in a time of heartache or hardship. And, that meant the world to me. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that person. I'll never forget what they said. Like, it means the world to me, because that's exactly what I'm doing this for. I don't want the fame, the glory. I don't want none of that. I want to help as many people as I can, and help motivate fathers to be a better father. And maybe somebody can motivate me. Somebody get in the comments and say, hey, bro, I like what you were saying about that, but woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. Or meet other like-minded fellow parents out there, I should say, not just fathers, but, you got single mothers out here that are struggling, but they still work 2 jobs, or they, do what they got to do to provide and protect their younglings. So that's what I want to build, a community of people that just want to, that are family people. We go to work, we take care of our family, and we go to the gym, we take care of our bodies and our mind and our spirit, and we take care of what needs to be taken care of as, successful people. And anybody who's not, you're welcome to join at any time, because, this message goes out to anybody that's addicted, that is to alcohol, drugs, food, cigarettes, just all the negative things that society has put in front of us and made the social norm, man. And you want to get off of it. For the people that do want to get off of it, hey, man, let me help you. I can help you. That's all I can do. I can try to help you. You got to ultimately want it for yourself. That's the number one word, want. You have to want it. Everybody in the world could tell me to quit doing this or quit doing that, quit drinking, quit doing this. And guess what? Until I wanted to quit, until I wanted to change my life around, until I wanted to be healthier, until I wanted to be a better father, until I wanted to be a better husband, until I wanted all these things, doesn't really mean much. It helps. It helps when a person like me gives you advice. It helps when a person like your mom or your dad or your close friends or whoever, and they're telling you things that are right in front of you, and you just ignore them. And I understand, because it's easy to have that like pride and that ego, but that's where we got to knock that down. We got to knock that pride and that ego down, man, because at the end of the day, we're all just humans, and we're trying to, I know you guys want to live a healthier, more productive life. Who doesn't? You'd be goofball if you don't. If you don't, then you don't need to be on my channel. So go ahead and get your ass on here. Oh, sorry to him. I forgot you watch my language a little bit, most of us are adults on here, and I do put my content out there, not for kids, but as I've come to find out, some of my friends' kids found my channel, and, I'm close with them, so they say, oh, we see you on there, TopZ, we see you on there, TopZ. I said, yeah, that's me, I was like shocked. I was like, ooh, I wonder if I cuss in some of my videos. So I'm gonna tone it down for them, and shout out to them for being supportive. And I don't care who you are. You're rocking with me, I'm rocking with you, and that's how it's coming. So, old, young, I mess with. I really love everybody, but at the same time, this world's so cold that I have to be introverted, to protect myself, because, man, I can go on and on about fake people, about people that are just pure evil out here, and that's why I felt like it's my duty to kind of get on here. I'm really an introverted person. I don't have social media. I don't have none of this. So for me to even do this is like shocking. A lot of people couldn't believe it. They're like, you're going to start a YouTube channel? You're going to start talking to people? I said, I feel like at this point I have to combat the evil with good, because otherwise it's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. And I have young children that I want to grow up in a more positive world, a more connected world, not a divided, a connected world. Say it again. We live in a divided world. I want my kids to grow up in a connected world. You don't judge people, off of their beliefs, or their, have an open mind for everything, have an open mind to everyone. Give it loving, open arms to everybody, open hands to everybody. Try to help everybody. It doesn't matter who they are. They might have done things in their past, but guess what? We can all change starting today. I talk about it all the time, starting right now. Not tomorrow, because a lot of us say, oh, I guess I'll go to the gym tomorrow. Oh, I guess I'll stop smoking cigarettes tomorrow. And that's fine if that's what happens, if that's what, your spirit leads you to do. But I suggest start today. Start now, man. What are you waiting on? I mean, woman, whoever, what are you waiting on? There's nothing stopping you from starting today. So I say that to say this. I hope everybody has a great day. Like I said, thank you again for my 46 subscribers. Hopefully I can get some more. I can't wait to look forward to talking to y'all. I'm going to start doing better segments on, like, just talking about a certain topic, a certain aspect of of positivity. Like, let's just say I'll do a segment on self-accountability, and then I'll just go into detail about, like, the times where I messed up big time, but I sat back and I said, well, whose fault is it? A lot of people, what they do is they blame other people, or they'll blame the sky, or they'll blame the ground, they'll just blame anything for things that are happening to them. And when you really, really, really look into it and look deep into it and are honest, and you look in the mirror and you have an open heart and you go, it's my fault. It's my fault that I did this. It's my fault that I did. It's not my phone's fault that I didn't hear the alarm and didn't wake up. It's my fault for not setting multiple alarms to wake me up. It's my fault for staying up late watching UFC fights when I know I got to be at work at 6 a.m. It's my fault for, not preparing in advance for the things that were going to come, So it's like things of that nature, I could give you lists on and on. We could talk about it. I can't wait to go live with you guys, so that way I can just look at the feed and we can just chop it up all day long. I don't care. Like I said, I love having a YouTube family because, I said, we're all busy doing our own things, and we're all, have busy lives. I know I do. I know you guys surely do. This economy is pretty tough out here. So ripping and running. So if I can, again, I'm gonna get on here as much as I possibly can, but I'm still gonna maintain my balance of family life and work and the gym and this, that, and the other. So I'm gonna take you guys along with that journey, and hopefully I can uplift somebody. And like I said, if you don't like this channel, hey, you don't have to be a part of it. It's all good, but you're more than welcome whenever you're ready, because I accept all. So we'll go into detail about all kinds of stuff, man, all kinds of stuff, especially alcoholism. I really want to touch on that on this channel and try to save as many people that are addicted to alcohol as possible. We could talk about, all kinds of stuff. I want you guys to drop stuff in the comments too. Give me ideas. I mean, I'm not perfect. If you see something on this thing, the audio, I'm trying to get better with getting some better equipment, since, I kind of just jumped in this last week and I was fishing. I was throwing out all kinds of different bait. I was making a video like reviewing a chicken sandwich. I made a video reviewing the new Happy Meal that came out, like then I switched it up. Then I did some motivational stuff. Then I did some family stuff. Then I did some, what else I was doing? Collabs and like funny reaction videos, which I think all that stuff's cool. And I like to mix it up on this channel just so you guys don't get bored. But, I did see in a video where somebody was saying, you want to stick to a certain niche, because jumping all over the place, if you guys get on here to watch me do food reviews, well then, and I'm sitting up here talking about motivational stuff, you're going to be like healthy stuff, telling you not to eat fast food, then it's like I'm contradicting myself. And so I kind of noticed that, and that's where the self-accountability comes into place. Because I was like, I'm over here talking about health and wellness, but I'm sitting up here eating a fried chicken sandwich for a food review. But also behind the scenes, what you guys didn't see, I took one bite of that chicken sandwich, gave my honest opinion, and then when the camera went off, I took the bun and threw the bun away, because I really ain't eating carbs right now. I have psoriasis that I'm trying to get under control. It's a pain in the butt. And, I've heard a lot of people say, they say there's no cure for it. If you Google it, there's no cure for it. You can get creams, you can take medicine, but ultimately you can't cure it. But I've also heard a lot of testimonies from people who I believe to be telling the truth and that I respect their opinion. Like Joe Rogan, shout out to him. They talk about, the carnivore diet clearing up so many different ailments. And, I've been on a pretty well carnivore-ish diet for some time, and it has done me a lot of justice. I've lost a lot of body fat. My blood pressure, I just went to the doctor today. My blood pressure is perfect. My BMI is perfect. My, just pretty much my overall general health is perfect. So thank God for that. Thank the universe for that. Thank, everything for that. So, with that being said, if I can do it, you can do it. Because at one point, man, I was super overweight. I drank all the time. I smoked cigarettes. I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about nobody's feelings. I was aggressive. I was, had feelings of depression at times. I wouldn't say I was ever depressed, but I just had feelings of depression at times. I would just let myself, and all I do is just curl up and expect things to change. It wasn't until I looked and said, only way change is going to happen if I change. I want to change, but nothing's going to change until you do. So, man, like I said, guys, I could just go on and on with you guys, because, I do get passionate about this stuff. One of my dreams has always been to be in the type of field where I can help people, but procrastination, which I talk a lot about, you'll hear me talk a lot about, is a killer. It is, because there's so many people that, have dreams and aspirations, but we're so busy with our home life, and like it's hard to balance that. It's hard to be able to be like, man, because I hear people all the time, they're like, well, you just need to work hard. You just need to work hard. It's like, okay, that is very true. I will take that into consideration, but there's only so many hours in the day you have to sleep, and it's like, I've been trying to sleep less and get up earlier and go to bed, later and get up earlier, because there's work to be done, and I don't want my kids to ever have to deal with what I had to deal with, or go through the struggles that I had to go through, because I don't want anybody to. That's why I hope anybody that gets on this channel, whether you're got money, you don't got money, you're whatever, like I just don't want people to have to deal with the pain that I've went through in life. And if I can help mitigate that or lead them in the right direction to keep them from that, hey, that's what I'm here for, you know. So hopefully we'll do a lot of good with this channel. Hopefully, if not, you know I'm doing good for me and my family. My family loves it. My closest ones, my closest friends, not them fake friends that pretend in your face, but then behind your back they talking. We ain't got time for none of them. They can do what they want. They can say what they want. At the end of the day, I know what's right, and in my heart, and I know I'm doing the right thing to try to help somebody out there that may need help. So, like I said, this has been one of the biggest like goals, like a bucket list type, or just like not even YouTube, just like I always wanted to be like a personal trainer, because I just see people that are so out of shape and they come in there and they try, but then they just give up. But they don't, and I'm not even the biggest dude in the world. You know, I'm only weigh 200 pounds, but you know, I don't have that much body fat, and I, you know, can run. My cardio is good, and I am pretty strong for my size. Actually, I have 2'2", and I'm on 2 mile hard, but you know, a lot of guys say that, but you know, we all look at each ourselves in the mirror, and you know, we go and we never think highly of ourselves unless we have a positive mindset, and that's what I'm here for. Because I don't know how many times I got BDD, which is basically body dysmorphia disorder. So when I look in the mirror and like I'll go to the gym and hella people come up to me, yeah, bro, your traps are getting big. Yeah, bro, you're getting pretty swole. I see you. I'm like, you talking to me? You talking to me? Yeah, bro, you know, you big as hell, bro. You looking good, bro. Yeah. I don't see it. Like Rich Piana, shout out to Rich Piana. Gone but not forgotten. Never will be, you know, always in my heart, because he was just a funny dude, man. Really charismatic figure. He's the one who helped me like get motivated to start working out, and pretty much, you know, and you see what path he went down. And then it was in a path of addiction, to be honest with you. He didn't have kids in his life. He never had kids. He didn't want kids, I guess, apparently, or couldn't have kids. I'm not sure if he wanted to later on in life. I know he was hyper-focused on his career. He was hyper-focused on helping people get into the fitness industry and working out and stuff. And, yeah, and it was very sad when I heard what happened to him, man. Like, dying like that. And, you know, I got mixed people. I'm the type of person, I'm a real skeptical person, so like I don't ever just believe what I hear on the news or anything like that. I kind of just come up with my own synopsis. Now there was reports that, you know, we'll talk. I have a whole segment on them. Honestly, I'll talk about different figures that I follow that maybe you guys might want to go follow and check out their channels and stuff like that, because you know, I only follow inspirational people or motivational people. So, you know, and he was one of them. He was really funny, so he drew you in. He talked a lot of smack, which I like, along with like CT Fletcher, you know, stuff like that. Like, just, I like that type of motivation. You know, we can only sugarcoat it too much, and that's what kind of I'm gonna let you guys know right now. That's how this channel's kind of gonna go a little bit, because I'll be humble and I'll hear you out, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna give you that real and that raw and that uncut. Because if I try to sugarcoat it and be your best friend, which I don't mind being, but at the same time, if we're gonna call each other that, we're gonna be like that, we're gonna be a YouTube family, like, you're gonna hear the raw. You're gonna hear me say, hey man, you my guy, like, why you doing that? You know, check in with me, tell me what's up. I'm not gonna beat you down all the way, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Ain't that what you want? Ain't that what you want, YouTube? You want somebody that's gonna keep it real with you? You know, I'm tired of all these influencers out here that edit all their videos, hyper, you know, edit. And then we got people that are fake as hell. They'll tell you one thing on the internet, and then they turn around and do whatever behind the scenes, and then it comes out later on. It's like, bro, why you lying? Like, why didn't you just say that you was on steroids? You know, why you lying and say you're natural? Stuff like that. It's like, it's not that big a deal. Like, just be honest. That's what people want. That's why people, like, you know, people lose their followings because they sit there and lie. Like, nobody likes a liar. Yeah, it's entertainment. Yeah, you're trying to get more clicks, but I know you're trying to get your pockets right, because, you know, that's what a lot of people do YouTube for. They're trying to get their pockets right. You know, take care of their family. But at the same time, at what cost is it to sell your soul? I'll never do that. Ever. Ain't nobody, no ad gonna tell me, you know, hey, well, I'll pay you this amount of money if you just say that blah, 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 you know, XYZ. And I don't, if I don't agree with it, I'm not going to promote their products. I'm not going to have their ads on my channel. I know the ones that YouTube put on that I can't control. I mean, that's on them, but I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to see them no shout out, and hopefully I get there one day. That'd be awesome. Like, shout out to any supplement company that wants to holler at your boy, because, supplements are expensive as hell, and I take a lot of them, so that'd be sweet. But yeah, man, like, just helping people is my niche. I found it, guys. It took me a week. You guys see me out here spitballing and brainstorming, and I was just posting stuff, being organic with y'all. And people kept telling me, I just kept bumping into people. Even I have so many conversations with people that are unrecorded, and they tell me all the time, like, bro, you motivated me, and that makes me feel so good, because, like I said, all I do, I never went to college for counseling. Which, have you guys ever talked to a therapist that's went to college? I'm sure there's some good ones out there. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to you guys for trying to help people too. But most of them are full of crap. I mean, that's my honest opinion. So they want you in there. They know they're getting $200 from the insurance company every time you talk to them for an hour. They don't tell you, they don't keep it real with you. They try to pat you on the back or whatever to make you feel good for the moment, but they're not keeping it real with you. They're not going to get real changes. I'm sure some people have, like I said, but most of them, they just got you in there for that money. It's just like a personal trainer at the gym. Most of them, when I look at personal trainers at the gym, I get irritated, because I'm like, first of all, you're out of shape. So how the hell are you telling anybody anything? That's my thing. Like, who would you rather take advice from? Somebody who went to college or took a 12-hour class or whatever they did to get the personal trainer license, but they're out of shape and they can't even put down the fork for themselves, or stop eating potato chips for themselves, or whatever the case may be. They're totally out of shape, but they're sitting there trying to give you advice. That's not somebody I would ever give my money to. Ever. I would never give my money to a personal trainer that's out of shape. Second of all, when I do see the personal trainers, they're like this. They're like customer service workers at Walmart. Yeah, go get on the treadmill. And like, I feel bad, because little old ladies or older men that's never worked out in a while, or haven't worked out in a while, or younger people that are just starting and stuff, they come in there and they want a personal trainer to actually get results. And guess what they get? A personal trainer that gets $100-something from them every session or every week or whatever it is. And the personal trainer does not give a fuck about them. And it says it right on their face. It says it in their attitude. It says it in their demeanor, and then I see that. I've seen it with my own eyes. I watch people get these personal trainers, and the personal trainers, like, don't give them results, and they still keep going to them. I'm like, why are you doing that? I guess it makes them feel good because they're paying for a personal trainer. Like, I would have fired them immediately. Like, look, you ain't helping me. Like, all you're doing is telling me to get on a and to the defense of some people, I understand. Like, you don't know better, so you're just doing what the person tells you. And once you start sweating a little bit, and like they put you on a treadmill and have you sweat, knowing that you're not that good in shape, and so in your head you think you're doing something. But are they giving you these motivational tips? Are they giving you all the backing that you need? Are they keeping you accountable? Self accountability? Are they preaching that to you? Are they trying to keep you in line and tell you, like, hey, you gained 5 weeks? Did they get mad at you, or they say, oh, it's okay, Mr. Billy Bob, it's okay. Hey, just go get on that treadmill for 20 minutes, and then after that we'll hit a couple of waves. And then you go hit the treadmill for 20 minutes, you're sweating, but then they send you out the door without any type of motivation to not eat like crap, to not put harmful toxins in your body, no. And I keep it real with people. That's why I couldn't even be no personal trainer. I want to be a personal trainer super bad, and I hope I can help somebody on here. Trust me, I do. I'll meet up with some people if y'all want to. We get a pump in, and I'll show you how it's done. Because I love working out, and I love helping people that are starting to work out. I've helped several people, and man, it makes me feel good every time. But the reason why I have never been a personal trainer yet, is because I don't like working for the man for real, and I'm not gonna work there with some nerdy dude that's not even in shape. They got a manager job somehow, and gonna sit there and nitpick at me and say a little slick shit to me. I ain't on that. I'm too grown for all that. So I don't like people telling me what to do. And on top of that, I don't like people. I have to sugarcoat things. So I'm sure these commercial gyms, they ain't gonna want somebody like me in there that's like, "What the hell are you doing, lady? Like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like, why are you gaining weight when I'm telling you you're obviously not following my plan?" Because everybody who's followed my plan, which I can tell y'all about, a whole bunch of people that have gotten good results from listening to me, but they wanted it, and that's what I talked to them about. I said, "Do you want this? Because you're not gonna lose no weight until you want to lose weight." You know what they do? They say, "I never thought of it about like that before, but since you put that in my mind, yes, I do want it. And all right, let's get started. Today you're gonna do this. Today you're gonna do that. Tomorrow we're gonna do this. We'll worry about tomorrow. Today we're just worrying about today. That's all I want you to do. Take it one day at a time." And that same thing with addiction. That same thing with anything. So again, I'm gonna get off here. Been rambling. I can go from subject to subject, but I really want to start getting hyper focused on just one point at a time. That way you guys don't lose interest, and we get this content out there, man. And hopefully we can change somebody's lives, and hopefully you guys can, be a strong following behind me and to each other, and we can all help people together. I want you guys to get your channels going and get popping out here too, because the more the merrier. The more we can flip the script on evil people, the better. Because, man, I'm not trying to be old in my old age. I'm already 35. I'm not trying to be 65 and it just be twice as worse, and I'll just be sitting there at 65 like, man, and just hate life. And I'll never hate life, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, hating the world. Because, and I can't say hate because I don't hate. I really don't. I mean, I dislike things, but so let's just say I don't want to sit around and dislike the world that I'm living in, because, it's kind of like people who don't vote, but then they'll sit there and complain all day long about who's the president. No matter who the president is or who's in charge, they still complain, but they don't. Now, I get on people all the time like, well, if you're so charged up about it, why aren't you in politics? You know so much about it, but yet you're not doing nothing about it. And I motivate them too. I want them to do it. Like, go ahead, bro. Like, go make a change. Like, if you see something that you don't think's right, go voice your opinion. Go stand in front of that building. Go get a college education and join the government. And change it for the better if that's what you think. And can do. Like, the more people stop procrastinating. It's like, you got such a big heart about it, go ahead and go make a change. That's what I'm doing. But them same people will hate on me. And all I do is show people love and help people that I know that don't really truly have my best interest at heart, that really don't have my back when they say they do. And it's, that's just most people. And that's one of my biggest things is I set my expectations pretty high for people, and then I get let down every time. So I don't know why I do that. Maybe you guys can explain. I always just give people the benefit of the doubt and then get stabbed in the back. So that's why I've been so introverted. But I know that's not me. I know I'm not gonna let other people steal my my peace or my positivity. Everybody just, every time I see somebody, it's just negative. So guess what I've been doing every time I walk around? That's gonna be my new slogan is, tell me something positive. You ain't got nothing positive to tell me, I don't want to talk to you. Because every time I talk to somebody, hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Another day, another dollar. Living the dream. And they know that, knowing damn well they ain't living no fucking dream, because otherwise their ass wouldn't be super fat, they wouldn't be broke, and they wouldn't be in a shitty relationship, or not in no relationship. It was like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, but people are just, most people just get stuck in Groundhog Day, man. They just, every day they just, boom, do the same thing. And I get it. I've been there. That's what I'm speaking about. I've done these things that I'm speaking of. I wake up, I go to work, I come home, and it's like, I'm drained. I don't want to do that. It's like cook dinner, get the kids, boom, 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 go to the gym, and then you're just whooped and you don't want to do nothing. And then you do it again the next day, you do it again the next day, but you want change. Man, I'm tired of being broke. Man, I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of doing that. But yeah, but we don't do nothing to do about it. We just complain about it and have that negativity in our heart all day. And there's actually science, like, literature and stuff that is coming out that, you know, all that negativity that you put in your brain and all that stress, man, it plays a lot of factors in your health condition. You know, it causes a lot of ailments in people just from being stressed all the time. And this is why I'm doing this, because it's basically really therapeutic in nature for me just to get out here and vent. Even if I only hear one person hears it, 2 people hear it, 4 people, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000, 400,000. Man, it's therapeutic for me because like I'm letting go of bag after bag after bag, just letting y'all, just the internet, just have it. You know, here you go, internet. Y'all take it. Y'all take that weight off my shoulders. So guess what? I can free up my shoulders for somebody else's problem. I want to put their problem. I'm tired of carrying my problems. I'm letting my problems go. But I want to carry y'all's problems now. I want y'all to, and then I'm going to let those go too. Together. We're going to let them go together. So I'm going to let go of my bags, venting y'all. Y'all going to get on here. We're going to be solid. We're going to be locked in. And then guess what? Y'all going to come to me with y'all problems if you got them. Or if not, then we good. We just promote that positivity and that peace. And but if you do got them bags and you want to Uncle TopZ or Bro TopZ, go ahead, bring them over here, because I'm gonna take them. And guess what? We gonna carry them to the trash can together and drop them in there. Trash day around here for all that negativity. We're taking out all the trash. And anybody that gets in our way, you're getting squashed, you're getting rebuked, you're getting sent up out of here. And we ain't trying to hear none of that. You know, miss me with that, what they say these days, miss me with that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. So, y'all let me know. Like I said, I appreciate every single one of y'all. My first 46, my first 50 when I get there. Hey, y'all locked in. Just let me know which number you were if you remember. And hopefully when we pop off, you know, I'll still have y'all, you know, there with me. So, hey, day ones is what we call them. So, hopefully y'all still my day ones. Hey, rock with y'all. And hopefully y'all rocking with me, because, man, it's cold, cold world out here. And we need more light. So if I got to get on here and do some fake karaoke for y'all, or, you know, do some ASMR, or crack a couple of jokes and join them up. Nah, I'm just kidding. And we can do it as long as we put smiles on people's faces and peace in people's hearts and just passing that love around, man. That's what I'm here for. So, hey, salute to all of y'all. Y'all the truth. And I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Next time, like I said, we're going to lock in. We're going to get down to some subjects. So in the comments, if you made it this far, let me know. But let me know what y'all want me to talk about, what y'all want to go into detail about, and what y'all want my opinion on. Because like I said, I'm out here trying to save souls and save lives and get everybody right, man. I want everybody to get right while I'm getting myself right. I'm bringing y'all with me. We doing this thing. Like I said, sometimes I get the rambling because I'm passionate. And that's what y'all want. Y'all want that real from somebody. Y'all want somebody who's passionate, somebody who's unbiased, and somebody who don't judge and has an open mind. And that's what I'm here for, baby. Yes, sir.